Hey folks, whoever happens to be watching. Today we're going to try something a little bit new, all the while still trying to be a little bit me. One of the things that I've really grown to appreciate over the time that I haven't really been working a real job has been digging into a lot of TV and a lot of movies. Movies especially been a real kick because honestly, I love movies. Not a big fan of watching them more than once. So the opportunity to watch a fresh one every day, every couple days, maybe throw up a quick review, sounds kind of appealing. So, gonna give that a shot today, and I have no real reviewing experience. I just happen to really like movies. And I have no specific genre. I really like to just kind of pick and pull as best I can. Though I do have a fondness for your more cultish, more documentary type films. So today, I actually watched for the first time the 1970s horror film Equinox. Picked it up because it was on the disappearing this month list on HBO Max. Figured, hey, this looked like my sort of thing. Demon possession, cultist, evil book. Sounds awesome. Gave it a shot, and right out the gate, it was easily as amazing as expected. I wasn't even through the credits before I had to pause and verify detail. That detail being that Ed Begley Jr., yes, that insufferable Ed Begley Jr., was an assistant cameraman on this thing. And one of the stars, this was actually a breakout role for Frank Bonner, who would later go on to play Herb Tarlac in WKRP in Cincinnati. Seeing a young version of that was amazing. Just great. It did have a lot of the classic elements that you would expect. The use of color filters was great. There was a brief flaw where a driverless car went off and knocked someone over, and you could actually see in the distance that from a distance there actually was a driver, but that's neither here nor there. Ultimately, what this boils down to is fucking white people. That's really all it is. Only white people would decide to carry on into a forest after meeting a forest ranger named Asmodeus, go into a cave with cackling emanating from it, and walk off with a mystical book from a cackling, clearly crazy old man in a cave. Mind you, this wasn't all the white people, because one of the female leads, was actually constantly and consistently saying, we need to get the hell out of here. We need to get the hell out of here. We need to get the hell out of here. And of course, the male leads, who are kind enough to suggest that their girlfriend just be a good girl and make comments about their cooking, decide that we must press on, even in the face of just outright craziness. I mean, smart people would have left a long time ago. Did actually do a little checking after the fact. Like I said, I'm not someone who necessarily knows what I'm looking for. I just know what I appreciate. Did a little bit of a look-see, and it turns out that this is actually a film that is considered groundbreaking to a large extent for what they were able to do at the time. Also considered a very strong inspiration for the first Evil Dead movie, which I thought was fabulous. Anything that can inspire Sam Raimi is good in my book. What really genuinely blew me away, though, was after looking at the Wikipedia page for it, the listed budget was there, and the listed budget was $8,000. Now, I understand that this was 1970, but $8,000 is not a ton of money. And the level of special effects that was included within this, some very excellent split screen filtering shots, some very, very strong, clearly defined makeup bits, just the right amount of shaky camera in the right places, and the absolute best thing on earth, Ray Harryhausen grade stop motion, at least squid. So much fun. I loved it. I thought it was such a kick. Like I said, this is just a fairly quick review. It's the movie of the day. The movie, once again, was... God, what was the movie? I've already forgotten it. But that's okay, because it's at the very front of this. And I'll have it on the title screen. So, needless to say... God, I can't believe I can't forget this movie that I literally, honestly just watched. This is why I'm going to need to record these, like, right after the movie. So, check for the title and the title for this video. Look the thing up if you got a chance. It's on HBO Max until the end of this month. Look for young Herb Tarlac from WKRP. And learn to love other version of Harryhausen stuff. And everyone's favorite park ranger, Asmodeus. Thank you very much. Amazing film. Catch up with you folks later.